Welcome to the simpliHOM podcast, where we educate, inspire, and entertain real estate entrepreneurs seeking a casual and practical podcast. We're here to simplify your life and business.
You can find growth anywhere. As long as you have an open mind and take those opportunities to learn, then you're going to grow from it.
The easiest thing too is just always being in your zone of genius. What you are passionate about and are good at.
The mindset shift is drastic when you're thinking of I am this person as opposed to I want to become or one day I will be is huge.
I feel like a lot of real estate companies have been putting a focus on themselves, basically. Recently, we've been putting it on the agents, and that's when our socials have been doing the best. It's become really personal, and we've gotten a lot more traction. All right. Hey, guys. What's up? Welcome back to the simpliHOM podcast. My name is Sarah Wiley Armstrong, and I'm going to be hosting today. It's been a crazy month. I don't know if we've done a catch-up in a while. And I'm going to go around and introduce everybody. Everyone keep their undies on.
Yeah, Mr.
He looks like the private investigator detective guy that actually is the drug dealer.
No one will know. Listen. I'm wearing these blockers. These hater blockers. What do you call it? Wait, hater blockers?
Hater blockers.
Hater
Block out
blockers.
the haters.
No.
Oh my God.
So I am joined here today by Sean Mikey, our CEO. I'm joined
Margarita
here
in chief.
Margarita in chief.
Yes.
The Mick.
I have Kyle Mann here, the man, the myth, the legend, with glasses on. If you're not watching and you're just listening, this is a good reason why you should.
This is why you should watch this podcast, not just listen to it, because you can't see the future is bright. The future is too bright, son. It's too bright.
Oh God.
And then I have Brett Rukowski here. He is our COO.
So,
And lastly, Grant Brotan over there on the ones and twos, switching it up for us.
Also sipping a marg.
so what's up?
Yes.
Hey.
So today that we are recording this, it's Cinco de Mayo. So we were
Sinking a Margo.
living La Vida Margarita today.
Did you have a margarita?
I did
love
have a
that.
margarita.
I'm the
I
only
drank
one
it
that
very
didn't.
fast.
Oh, you're so disciplined.
Because I got to work out today.
Yeah.
He had to
I
watch
had to
his
work out.
macros.
You're gonna.
I mean, I'm counting macros, and I have to work out today, and I'm still going to crush
I mean,
it. And I had a margarita.
The margarita has nothing to do with macros because I had drinks the other night. They fit in like I told
You
Miller,
can
they
fit
fit
anything.
into my macros.
Yeah, that's
But-
the cool part.
I'm trying to hit some PRs in the next 2 weeks.
He's doing May 5th hard.
I am
May
too.
5 hard.
Okay.
My bar.
I'll give it to Brett because I had drinks this weekend. I didn't eat well this weekend, and we did PRs on Monday, and I did not do as well as I thought I would.
I'm following
It was
Mil-
not the move.
I'm following Miller's step. The other day, I tried to get him to drink at the ceremony,
And
and he's like, "Nope, I got this big workout this weekend." I'm like, "Okay,
did. Yeah.
all right."
Oh.
And off, what was it? People. So for all of you that don't know, Miller is Swai's husband.
That's my husband. He's
Yeah.
a physical therapist, and so he's all about fitness and nutrition.
Yeah. So you guys had people out of town.
Yeah, so
For
he works
some-
for a continued education
That's
company,
right,
and he
yeah.
teaches those, and so it's PTs from across the country,
So
and
he-
they did a workout together.
So he didn't want. He's like, I can't have them coming at me looking like a slouch.
Yeah.
Like,
He's a
hey, all right.
newbie, so he
Fair
has
enough.
to show
I have a
himself.
question. This is a fitness related question, and I heard this, and I don't know if you can confirm
Okay.
or deny.
We'll
But
talk.
you two are
I
gonna
am
be the
not
ones.
a doctor, so
I'm married to one. I
Yeah,
paid for it.
I will
so
take
basically
everything
I'm a
you say as
doctor.
fact. So I heard that by eating fruit first thing in the morning, it helps you on your first workout. If you do a workout in the morning, eating
Okay.
fruit
Listen,
before your
Jesse
workout.
Itzler
Here's
thing. Or?
my thing.
I don't know. That might be where it came from. It's
I
through
think that
Joe
sounds
Rogan,
like a fad.
which is
That sounds like a
Yeah.
fad, and it's
So fruit actually raises your glucose levels, which gives you a little bit of a spike for energy.
right.
So it's gonna. And I'm gonna let you
Please,
give your
little
opinion.
doctors over here.
It's gonna depend on the fruit that you're eating,
Right.
right? Like I like eating 2 kiwis before I work out because it gives me a little bit of carb, a little glucose, but it's not crazy.
And I think for some
but I
people,
don't-
it's just
it doesn't make me
different
work out better.
foods. I have friends who work out better off of protein. Some their body requires more carbs, and so I think that's kind of a personal preference.
Yeah.
Okay.
I personally work out better fasted. So like I like working out, even though I
You
work
get
out
better
at,
results that way.
Yeah, I work
Yeah.
out at nights with my wife right now. Just
she's starting to see results, starting to get into it, and
Okay,
but
Ryan.
yeah,
Get on
but
with their bad stuff.
yeah, she sent me a picture that my salad. It was like spinach, a bunch of chicken. I've been saying get more protein, get more protein. And I'm like, oh, look at you trying to get results. She's like, no, just trying to not waste the produce that's in our fridge.
Yeah, I feel that.
Well, I'm
Kitchen
about
sink.
to mentally work out, and I'm consuming lime. So lime is really good before a mental workout for me. Anyway,
I
Yeah,
think
it's different.
I think the consensus on the table
He's relaxing
is yes.
himself over there.
yeah, sure.
Yo, sleeps at night.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
we'll see.
But yeah, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
Also, too, what's up with
Like
proteins that
my wife loves pre-workout before she works out.
I
So
love it.
yeah.
We were talking about that the other day.
There's
Oh,
just
she
something
loves-
about just tingling.
Vibrating? Yeah,
Well,
no.
Well, I was telling Kyle, you'll be driving to the gym after you've taken your pre-workout.
It start itching.
And the car starts
Not
flying.
even itching, but someone will cut me off or I'll have to brake really hard. And my entire body, it sends little just
Yeah.
tingles.
Little
I'm like,
tingles.
ah!
That beta alanine in there.
Yes,
My
Sounds like
wife
a heart
loves
attack
Total War,
symptom.
by the way.
it
Also,
does. Yes, it does. Yay.
I'll be driving to work.
danger.
I'm in
15
danger.
minutes in, Ryan's like, "Oh, this pre-workout's making me."
Dude, it's
See,
the
I
moment you
could
scratch
never
it,
take that.
the whole head.
I
you're
can't
just-
either.
I could never take that.
No, but
Pre-workout?
Sean, you don't,
like
Never.
beta.
you don't
No.
consume a lot of caffeine.
I don't ever.
Oh, you would
hardly
die on it.
consume
Oh,
caffeine.
yeah.
Yeah.
you
No,
because
but-
maybe once a week have
Nah,
caffeine.
No.
Not even.
A black tea gets him.
That is true.
Yeah.
You're on a different level with some tea.
Well, I've actually gotten to the point now that like I don't even take medicine, to the point that when I took one Advil, I was sick, I don't remember, a couple months ago. I had a slamming headache, like borderline migraine. I took one Advil and like with 20 minutes I was fixed.
that's weird. And you can even feel. So I'm the same with medicine. I caffeine every day, but
all of you. All of you. Yeah.
I'm 300 milligrams in.
let's go.
I take like 10 milligrams. I'm like, ugh. My eyes are jittering. Like, ugh.
I'll always know because you'll like come into the office and get on that balance board and just sit there and wiggle. And just
I have no idea what to do with the energy.
Speaking of energy, Swa had this big smile on her face when she got back from getting stamps today. She's like, I couldn't. What'd you, 5
The
minutes early?
stamps.
They wouldn't sell you.
Yes, not until
like-
10 a.m. And so I had 5 minutes. I'm like, what do I do? I love the grocery store, but I walked right over to the Alani News,
Grabbed
one
one.
up,
yep.
cracked
she's
open
sipping
a
it.
cold one, and I'm just
Wait, the what?
Correct.
Alani
cracked
New?
open Alani New. It's
It's
a
a-
brand.
A brand of.
I have
yeah.
their pre-workout too,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying I have to take pre-workout every single day. I went like 3 months without it, and I was like,
Wasn't it pre-workout that all the kids were doing the like
Oh, the
powder
dry
eating
Oh,
thing
yeah.
and like having heart
okay,
attacks?
Here's the thing: what I've done it before, and I had done it several times, just taking a dry scoop of pre-workout, and I was fine.
This
The
is my
one
thing.
That seems
time,
savage.
and it happened today while I was drinking my margarita. Miller started talking to me, and I like kind of laughed, and I inhaled. And if you dry inhale
Ooh,
pre-workout, like I started to panic because for 30 seconds I couldn't breathe.
This is my thing. It doesn't.
was
It's not
scary.
like it's gonna do anything different for you. Like, why? So why not?
I
Mix
mix
it
it
and
with
enjoy
I
it.
mix it with 2 ounces of water
Yeah.
because I have the bladder of a 2-year-old, and
Yeah.
so that is where I land with
Call
that.
it
I
baby,
can't.
baby bladder.
Yeah, baby.
I think the science math to that is 1 ounce per age of year of age is how much you
Yes.
should consume in one time, so
God.
where you don't pee yourself.
Wait, what?
I'm making all that up. you just said 2 ounces,
like-
2
I was
I was
year old.
about to say that's like
I was like, Jesus, 33 ounces?
that's like almost a full Yeti cup, and I'm just chugging.
Some grandmother out there is going to listen and be like, 90 ounces?
The voice.
The voice was on point.
The voice was good.
Oh man.
So yeah, now that you've gotten your daily dose of nutrition and workout and fitness and everything from
I
us,
derailed
the,
all that.
the professionals.
and your daily dose of margarita. And
Yes.
if you need to join me, even if you're listening at 8 a.m., pour yourself one.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock.
That
Somewhere.
was one thing that was weird about
Alcohol
like, the
does
time
not discriminate.
of quarantine, like the early months,
Yeah.
is I would be drinking at 9 a.m. and
Yo,
I don't even drink that much, but I,
drank
would pour
so
myself
much
a glass.
Corona.
Yeah. Oh wait, just
Did it-
because or
Yeah, it was on sale. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you guys? So they stopped importing stuff from Mexico during COVID, and it was like almost impossible to get Coronas.
I didn't know that.
I bought them in bulk, like the toilet paper
I
was
had,
going.
I had, God,
could make
I
this
had
last
so much
for 2
toilet
years.
paper. I had so much toilet
I
paper.
couldn't find any, and me and Miller were going low, and Sean's like, well, just let me know because I have it
I
on
got you.
auto restock.
Oh
I have
my
about 70
God.
rolls at my house.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like,
I never ran out.
I
and
had
in my head, I'm just like,
72
are y'all
rolls.
wiping? Like, is your family using?
Yeah.
One sheet per wipe, please.
Yeah.
False. That's a very European thing, though, evidently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that because they use bidets?
So I ended
too?
up in a motorcycle shop one day. We were out on a ride and we stopped at this motorcycle shop, and in the back of the shop was a Ducati, an Italian guy who works on Ducatis. And somehow it was during the toilet paper shortage. And the two Europeans that I was with were sitting there talking about, I don't understand Americans and how they run out. All I need is one sheet. And I'm like, how do you only need one sheet?
Bruh.
Yes, make it make sense.
Dude, that's,
Yeah.
Because they
that's
use
wild.
what are they?
Bidet.
Bidets.
Bidets.
I mean,
A duvet.
You saw where I was going.
bidets are dope, though.
I've never used one, so I can't.
They are nice.
I've never used one
Oh,
either.
heated bidet.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you
gotta get some warm
a
water.
little less like, oop.
40 degrees.
Bless it. All right, so kind of today we're going to talk about some other than bidets, we're also going to be
Jesus.
talking about challenges we've faced over the last couple weeks, things we've overcame, and just kind of catching up. So we're just rolling.
I need
roly
Paige to
poly
come
over here.
refill this.
Rolling. Well,
Well,
speaking of
Paige, when
speaking of
you
working
listen-
out, I got a notification. She's on a freaking cruise and did 2 workouts today.
Yeah, she got bored on a cruise. What else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
She had 2 workouts on the
I wonder
cruise.
if she's walking, like touring, and it counts as 2 workouts.
Oh, it could. Yeah. Her and I like when we were doing whatever it's called, 75 hard.
There it is.
There's the brain
That's
fart.
muffled.
75 hard. So we were following each other, holding each other accountable. And I see my watch and I'm like, Paige is in Alaska on a cruise. What is she doing?
You go, girl. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Did?
She's running from the glacier.
Oh, no. Wait, she's still on the ship. She can't. Anyway.
I mean,
Now
you
she did
you
she
run
did
to
a
the,
half a
you
mile
run to
walk
the top
and
of the ship
a strength training.
Oh, yeah.
as it
I'm dead.
And she's
Well,
taken
we learned that back in the
6,100 steps.
6,100 so far
Paige,
today.
if you're
So far
out there,
today.
Paige, Brett's obsessed with you. That's
Yes.
what we've gotten off of
It's
this.
4 hours. She's
Behind.
4 hours behind us right now.
I know.
So she's done 6,100
That's
steps
what-
at 10 a.m.
That's what it says.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right.
Hey, fitness
Watch.
goals.
Her watch is never actually connected to service, so that's from like a week ago.
Oh,
She hasn't walked.
Honestly, though, have you ever been on a boat? I've
Wait,
been
does
on
it
a
count?
boat before, and it counted like 30,000 steps. I'm
It
like,
counts,
What?
it counts in the airplane.
yes,
Does it?
I've noticed
Yeah,
that too.
Samantha's thing will ding
Like,
all the
boom,
time,
boom,
and I
boom.
feel like she's
Crazy.
like, "Oh,
Feels
I
like
just
I'm
completed
stepping.
a workout. Oh, all my rings just closed."
Okay.
I'm like, "Oh, well."
It's
Yeah,
funny
we
you guys
got
say
you,
this. We
Paige.
Ryan and I were in a competition. I put her into a like at the gym we were at in Florida. They were doing a 6-week challenge, and it was a group one, and we had like specific things that we had to do outside of the gym, and one of them was a specific amount of miles in a certain. We had to hit 1 or 1.5 miles in a certain amount of time. We were in New York on vacation that weekend. That was the challenge, and we were on a train going from the city to Westchester, and she's like, "Screw this!" So she puts out a run on her watch on her, and she goes like this while the train's moving.
I've heard of
Wait,
people
this is a-
tying it to their dog's collar too.
Yeah.
Strap it to the dog collar and put it on a workout.
At that point,
She's like, I'm not. Well, it was like a mile in 9 minutes or something like that. She's like, I'm not
yeah.
gonna hit that, especially in New York.
Is go for a sprint.
She hit it.
Nice.
I'm dead.
We didn't win. We didn't end up winning the competition anyway. So
She identified as a train.
Question. Okay. I don't know if anybody shares the same. So you work out a lot. Was it?
Well, I mean, now I do.
Yes, you do. Yeah. So how do you? So my wife is not one. She was an athlete in high school and in college. Doesn't work out anymore. Always talks about wanting to work out, but she's not willing to do it yet.
Mm-hmm.
You've talked about in the past on the podcast that you've tried to get Ryan to work out in the past. What was that moment where she was finally like, okay, I'm ready to do it?
Just seeing me do it every day and commit.
Yeah?
That's it. It's all. So that's how it happened for me the first time, like a few years ago when I first got back into shape. It was seeing her get results and her go to the gym with her friends by herself and me not doing anything. And I'm like, all right, can't be fat Brett forever, right? Like I got to do something. And this was actually after our wedding. Like I didn't even, you think the wedding would have like pushed me.
No.
And then so this go around, we both got pretty big. For her, big is not very big.
Right.
But for me, I got up to 225 pounds again. And so going through it and doing 75 hard. Oh, I did other things and then didn't commit, and then finally 75 hard. And once she started seeing the results and seeing me work out every single day and try to change certain things, that's when she was like, all right, let's do this.
I'm gonna be honest. I've been watching Samantha work out for 3 years consistently, and I'm no more motivated.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, that's the key to unlock.
Yeah,
No.
but that's
not always.
For me, that
it worked there. But
yeah, for that's all. Like I didn't say, hey, come on. I would say certain things of like I would say, all right, you ready? You gonna do this? Like you gonna work out? And then so it was for her. It was I have to get she wanted a personal trainer first. She's like, oh, I'm so out of shape, whatever. And so, all right, well then we'll get the personal trainer. And then so she did like 30 sessions with the personal trainer, and then slowly started going to the classes with me. And now it's every day.
that's why I tried to
Every
be my
night.
personal trainer.
She
one
actually
time, and
pushes
she
me.
killed me. My soul's still in the
I
office.
mean, I had
My
cut the
soul's-
workout into like an eighth of it. So
Did you
can
really?
do this.
And I still
thought
almost
killed
died.
him.
Yeah, it was bad.
This was like early on, right?
was
Like
2
when-
years
This was
ago.
during like
2
the
years
beginning
ago.
of quarantine.
Oh.
Yeah, so we after the workout, I don't know if it was that same. It was probably that same week. We were drinking like fish. Everyone except for her.
Yes, I
she
was doing
She was on this
yeah.
whole
Like a whole
cleanse
30.
thing, and Sean at like 10:30 in the morning like takes a shot and posts it on Instagram. To everyone quarantining, great job. She's like, Sean, it's not even PM. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Whatever.
They were going to town.
Quarantine time doesn't matter.
All right. So
All right, now let's talk about real life.
Yeah, let's hear some of our challenges we've faced and how we're overcoming, what's going on here in the office, yada yada yada, all
Yeah,
that stuff,
yeah.
you know.
Well, I know. So we had two major things. Well, three major things really that happened this month, right? We had a transition of our intranet, our internal communications, which is still
Great job,
underway.
Brett.
Thanps. It's not done
Great
yet,
job,
but it's getting there. Yeah.
Yeah. We had the award ceremony.
Great job, Judd.
That's swipe prepped, and then we had the big video.
Great job, Swy and Whitney and Paige.
The big pitch
Nobody else
video.
helped.
Yeah, I didn't help.
You know, we showed up at the awards and it was like done.
Yeah,
And the year before, it took us like 3 hours to set up, and we were like sweating by the time we were done. And we were done like an hour and a
She
half.
was not
early.
letting that happen again.
Yeah. She
Wasn't in charge
did a good job.
completely
She
last
stresses.
year. So.
She
Yeah.
stresses.
I
a little
don't
bit.
stress. I just
get stuff done.
No, you do stress a little bit when you're
I
coming
do
up
stress
to the
because
event.
I want it to do well,
Yeah,
and
and
I
you
know you
nailed it.
guys. And here is my take on the whole
Nailed
thing.
it.
I know I seemed bossy to everyone, but when you guys get bossy, y'all see it as assertive. So
Ooh.
that's where I take it.
Ooh,
So
ooh,
I am an incredibly assertive person.
you're an asshole.
So that is where I landed with that last week. I know I was bossy and annoying to people, but
I didn't think you were
I didn't
bossy or
think-
annoying
I
at
didn't
all.
think
and
so.
everyone has said that after
Who
the
said
fact.
who said you were bossy and annoying?
On to the next
She
thing.
said it to herself.
Because I didn't say it.
I didn't say it.
I think because
You said it.
I might
No,
have,
no, 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 no,
I
no.
might playfully be like, "Oh, she bossy."
You said it.
But
you
it's,
said it.
but it's not like Swy's super bossy.
No.
It's more just
No,
like
I just want to get
oh, I
things
see
done.
it.
If
Yeah,
I'm given
I like
a
it.
task, I
like
want
the
to
effort.
do well
that's
at
why-
it. Yeah.
you're the DO.
Grant decided to call out sick that day. So
Yeah.
Mr. COVID over here.
Thanks. I had
Mr. Vid.
both my
On the
videographers went missing.
Rogue.
Did we even film it?
We did,
Yeah.
dude. We managed to get
Photos.
photos. We as a team, Sean.
the tripod.
Team
The
Kyle
tripod.
Man.
I got some behind
Kyle
the scenes.
Mans.
Kyle
did some
and
work.
some other man.
But no, to go to that, you were not. Yes, you. I don't want to say you were bossy. You were assertive.
Yes.
And you knew what you needed done,
Yep.
and you knew when you needed it done by.
And you got it done.
And she was gonna. The only time she was gonna chew my head off was about the food and get
Yes, this man's like, oh, let me. He calls me that morning. I just want to take some stress off of you. And this is how the conversation went. I'm going to send you a menu, and if you could just tell me what everyone would want. I said, Brett, okay. I'll get back to you. Didn't get back to him.
No.
Then he's like, are tacos okay? I'm like, just food. Just get food.
24 tacos,
So the
baby.
challenge, the challenge in that was, okay, last year they didn't get, you all didn't have food. I wasn't there.
Yeah,
so y'all
we
didn't
got
have food.
blasted.
Wait, did we not have any food?
No.
Last year.
Everybody was starving.
Yeah.
No,
That's
there
why
was
everyone got
food.
hammered.
No, there was food at the ceremony.
But before, none of us
Yeah.
had eaten.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Well,
and so we
that's
were
a
just
fact,
cross-eyed
Yeah.
after one drink.
Yeah.
So
Also, they were super strong.
we said, all right, there's going to be a bunch of food around there. And then that morning, I'm like, all right, let me
Did y'all even eat the food, by the way? At the
No.
actual
I
event?
did.
I had the.
You didn't have a shrimp
Miller,
cucumber?
Yeah, I did.
Miller
That
said
was
the
good.
shrimp was fire.
Yeah, the shrimp was good. That's all I had.
But I saw it coming up before the event, and I was like, I'm not touching it.
It was good.
You know, like, I know it was refrigerated. I saw them put it in the refrigerator. I know
Right.
it was taken care of. But you know when you've just been out in the sun and you're just like, this is not the
It
food
was
for
actually
me right now.
for you, but it was really refreshing. That cucumber was. That shrimp was. I had a couple of them.
I love that you
was
loved
good.
it.
Yeah, it was good.
Good. I picked well.
Glad you
Yeah,
loved
you
the
did good.
$8,000 shrimp.
But yeah, so the challenge in that was like, all right, I'm gonna take. She already knew going into this. She says she was not stressed. There was a lot of stress because there was a lot of people she had to manage,
Right.
and a lot of people that decided to show up when they decided to show up.
Yes.
Brett.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No,
Everyone at this table.
That's me as well.
Whoa.
Wait, Sean did get there.
Whoa.
you got there
Sean
early.
got there on time.
I almost got there on time. There was an accident on 24, so I had to go the long way.
Always
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 traffic.
So I went and I
It was
picked
his
up.
birthday,
I
I'll
went and
give
I
it to him.
picked
Yeah,
up
fair enough.
Megan, and we got there. I think I was supposed to be there at 10, right?
11.
11. So I got there at like 11:07 or something like that.
It's
I only showed up 30
And
minutes
I
late
literally,
from when I said I was gonna be
literally
there.
like, I was on
they got there
65
first.
and I watched the clock tick to like 10:59. I'm like, oh God. I was like, Megan, hang on, stop talking for a minute. I got to call Swy before she kills me.
almost there.
Almost
No,
So
that was totally fine. It was more the other fact.
It's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
not fun trying to manage like rude people like me. Like, I'm a really.
Hey, let's talk about the table of the awards that Sean was like, let me reorganize this for you. And there
It
was a
looked
reason
so cool, though.
it did look cool. And I told him, hey,
until the wind blew.
I said, hey, that does look cool, but it just went from
I like Domino's.
3,
You guys don't like Domino's?
guys, it was 3 lines of these awards. And it was probably 15 to 20 in a line. And then he had them like
Merged.
merged. And it did look cool. I will give it to Sean. I said, yes, it looks cool, but
They're
we don't need
hexagon
to.
shaped
Did you-
awards. I'm painting the
He said
picture here.
it's
Did you
fine.
Hexagon shaped
shuffle the
awards.
deck?
And
It's
the
fine, it's
hexagon
fine.
tips were connected, and then there was like a center in the middle, so you just saw like clear, and then just a bunch of hexagon tips.
The funny thing is
So-
it was in the back corner and nobody saw it.
Yes.
Well, I saw it. I
So-
took a picture of it.
Yeah, well, as the table got warm, it kind of
Yeah, the
sunk
table
down
popped.
a little bit. And so instead of just 15 falling, we had about 50 fall.
She had to reorganize them.
But like I said, we had an itinerary, we had everything organized. It got fixed very easily. But me and Paige said, next time, Sean doesn't get to call it on that. In her most
So-
girly voice.
So back to this food.
Oh yeah, sorry. I
Nah, you're good.
distracted
You're good. You're good. I was like, all right, okay. So we were gonna get sandwiches, and where I was getting my hair cut on the way back, there's a place called H&S Bagel. Make their own bagels in house. Very good. They make deli sandwiches with them. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just pick a bunch of them, assorted. So I call, and they're like, oh, we don't do call ahead. You have to come in and order them.
What? Who doesn't do call ahead?
H&S.
them.
So,
Shout out,
they're not
shout out.
Einstein.
So now I'm stressing because
Shout
I'm
out
like,
to
oh
Einstein.
man, like if I go in there, this was my thought. If I go in there, wait, I'm gonna be now. I said I'd be there at 11:30. Now I'm gonna be there at like 12:30. Swy is going to eat my head off. She is going to kill me because I had 2 jobs: the mat for the elevator and the big sign. And I hadn't put the sign together yet. I had no idea. We figured it out. I mean, she's done it before, but so I'm like, all right, what is quick? Sean's birthday, loves Taco Bell. Ding, 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 done.
So
The Taco Bell was clutch.
it was.
was
My
clutch.
only issue with Taco Bell was there was like 10
Cheese
to 15 of
droppings?
us. Yeah, that was stressful.
Yeah, I had to pick
But there
up
was only
cheese.
I did. I said, Brett, I love you.
I was the first one to eat one.
I said, you need to eat over a trash can.
You sure did.
Oh, wait! Did you get a picture? You got a picture or a video of me? You had the camera, and I had just eaten my first taco. I was like huddled, like shoulders hunched over the trash can, eating a taco.
Yes, I love
And
that
you're like,
that
and
message
that's our
got across.
videographer. I'm like, cool.
Our little trash rat over here. That's our videographer. But yes,
Yeah.
the only issue was a majority of them I knew wouldn't eat Taco Bell. I would eat it, so you know what I said? Just get it. I don't care.
100%.
And we ate it, and they ordered their own food, the ones that didn't want it, and that was fine
There
too.
was 3 that didn't want it.
Well, Leslie wanted kimchi as usual, and
Well, I didn't know, but if I knew Leslie, I don't know why. I didn't even think Leslie would be there setting up.
But
Leslie's
when you
eaten
made
Taco
that
Bell with me,
call,
so-
yeah, when you
Beans.
made that call about the tacos, half the people that said they were going to be there weren't there yet. To
Correct.
be fair,
Yeah.
so they didn't get an option.
Exactly. But yeah, she's like, this
like
is
frantic
this is
trying to
exact.
answer questions.
She picked up the phone. "Huh, what's up? I said, and then I explained that. She's like, just make a decision. Click.
And
fair.
that is how it gets done.
I said, perfect. Done. How many people? 6. Done.
Done.
Yeah, and everything went well.
Oh yeah. We were done
Yeah.
like an hour early.
We
Setting
also,
And we
Yeah.
crushed it. I'm glad I made. I don't know. Have they even billed us? I don't know. We'll figure that out later.
yeah, they did. Don't worry.
Sean's like, we felt it. Don't worry.
I got it the next day.
So as we were going, I'm like, dang, we only have one office left. The musicians were still. I was like, hey,
The awards went way too fast, and we had twice the
Sorry.
amount of awards.
Yeah,
I was really hot.
it was.
It
So I was
was-
talking
I
really
I could see,
fast.
I could see Paige
Was the view
turning
that
redder and
good?
redder.
Was the view worth it for next year?
No, but we
No.
won't fit there next year, so we'll have to get a hotel.
Hopefully not.
It kind of looked
thing.
like a wedding.
What?
Yeah, we got married to all our agents. We already were married, but that was the ceremony.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We're marrying agents with their awards.
Yeah.
I did get to see. So I was going around with the camera, and I saw the agents, and everyone was having a wonderful time.
Yep.
It was a great time.
Could you see him with your glasses on?
No way.
He can't see you right now, so
Yeah.
Can't see,
funniest
can't see
thing-
my haters.
The funniest thing that happened that night is we took our Florida broker, and I don't know if you remember this. You might not have been paying attention. The funniest thing, I love Nicholas. If you're listening, we love you.
yeah.
I
He's
asked
a good
him what
dude.
his favorite fruit was because we were just talking about Florida and all this. I'm like, he's gonna say oranges. Anyways, and I asked him what his favorite fruit is, and this man looks me dead in the eyes, kind of leans across and goes, alligator. Alligator. I said, are you okay? He thought I had said food.
Food.
And it's not as funny when I retell it, but just the memory and the feeling of looking at this man and thinking, are you okay? Just
Like that,
The fact that his favorite fruit is
disbelief.
alligator.
it's okay. I told this to Sean on Monday, didn't laugh. I said, all right, I'll let you get back to it. See
So
you
I'm going to say it
later.
on the podcast where everybody listens.
A lot of things have been going over your head lately, Sean. Where is your head?
Not at the
I said
jokes.
something. I said something the other day.
God, I
That
was
one.
like, what are you talking about?
Something we can't say on air, but definitely went. And it was a joke, but it went way over his head.
Yeah, I missed it.
Oh, I had to.
But then also Deborah missed it, so
She
maybe
sure
it wasn't
did.
as funny
She
as you
sure-
thought it was.
She sure did.
It was just that elaborate. It's fine.
She got it quicker than he did. But
I think you
it was-
explained it quicker.
Yeah,
That's the only
fair enough.
reason.
So,
Fair enough.
short story long. Good word.
Good
Day
award
of
show.
awards.
Good award show.
Yay,
Yes.
yeehaw. So let me hear about someone else's stuff that they've been doing.
We haven't been doing anything. It's been kind of boring around here.
Yeah. I wouldn't say
Okay.
that.
My 1 a.m. mornings say otherwise.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
filmed a vision video.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
That was,
so
yeah.
Grant and Kyle have been dying, making that happen on a deadline that was unachievable from the first conversation. But
I vividly remember when you were like, and I need it done by the end of the month.
I walked in Kyle's office. I
Cinco
said-
de Mao now.
Yeah, he missed it, but it's fair.
Well, to be fair, you gave me the first knowing that you still had another week. So
Yeah.
In all fairness,
Just about to
I'm
miss it
still
again, but it's
disappointed
okay.
about not being in that video.
Well, maybe you should have been
No,
invited.
Well,
no,
okay.
no.
All right. Well, there's-
no.
yeah, there's-
maybe I should have been invited. Yes, exactly. I should have been invited because I was not anywhere. And
hey.
then I was asked to be
But
in
we
it.
did say
and he
you
cut me out of it.
We did say you could come that Thursday, and Brett goes, driving to Murfreesboro?
Nah.
So in all fairness, I really wasn't.
Then he sees our pictures of us at
Yep.
dinner that night. He's like,
I missed out
have
on the
FOMO.
fun.
I missed
Yeah.
out. I didn't get a margarita.
I could have had 2 badass margaritas.
Yeah, but I missed out.
Those were pretty
Have you ever
good.
had those margaritas?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're fire.
Bad Daddies?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Some plants on
man.
that
Shout out
as
Bad
well.
Daddies.
Man,
Good.
Bad Daddies, we kept y'all in business in 2020, so,
Yeah, that was
return the favor. We've got some great agents. Yeah,
my first day on the job.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, man.
it was. It's cool shots.
So, yeah, we had a month turnaround, and the goal, we had 2 different audiences that we're trying to shoot this for. So, are we allowed to talk about what it's for?
Minimally.
Until we figure out
Yeah, some other things.
how we're filing.
We just have a vision video coming out.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And
So,
there's going to be one
doesn't matter
version
what
for
it's for.
you and then another version for not you.
yeah.
exactly. So, if you're listening, you're probably going to see it, but you're not going to see
The other version.
the other version. Is that enough teasing yet?
Yeah,
They're
that's good. I
Okay,
like it.
cool.
Yeah.
Think
So
of
this
that
is a
carrot.
really big project that's going to lead to some really big things. The challenge being is that we had to summarize essentially everything that we do in less than
2 minutes.
with no
3
props,
minutes?
no nothing.
Yeah, and we only had the goal budget was next to zero. Well, that was the goal, next to zero budget. So the benefit being that Sean has invested a lot into the video department. We already had the cameras that we needed.
But
there was
by
this
God,
one,
we didn't have this one lens. This one lens
know.
that
it
Kyle
was
wants.
so crisp and
That,
clean.
that lens was dope.
It was
God.
amazing.
Well, you buy it for him then.
Nope.
He wouldn't shut up the entire day about it.
We're using
We've got 3 cameras in here.
at least one of my cameras and lenses and
Using one of mine. Oh, wait, 2.
2.
Yep.
Oh, my microphones.
Yes. So to reiterate, Sean has invested a lot into the studio, so we were able to do a lot of it in house. But yeah, that was the deadline of having to, because we actually storyboarded it. We wrote a script, 2 different scripts to it.
By we, Kyle means Kyle. He's just too
No.
humble to say
Yes.
Kyle.
And that storyboard was like,
Fire.
bro, you can draw?
Yeah, I didn't know he could draw.
You're like, wait, you can
You
draw?
can draw?
Yeah, I thought he paid somebody on Fiverr. Like him
Probably
spinning
would have
this
been a better idea.
Probably. But
Have you seen the actual storyboard?
That's all part of it.
yeah, he can draw.
I was impressed.
You can't read his damn handwriting, but he can draw.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's all strategy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just scribble on paper just to make people think that I'm doing something.
Because he used to want to be a doctor, and then he realized that he was better as a narc PI.
No one would take me seriously with
you
curly
just
hair.
realized you took the glasses off.
I've been putting them on and taking them off when people aren't looking.
He nailed it though.
Challenges.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Did you have any challenges with that?
Well, I mean, I think
None.
the biggest challenge is the deadline, because we're still in the process of like everything's going to come together by the end of the week. The video has to be done.
P.S. That's tomorrow.
What?
P.S. That's tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
The end of the week.
No, it's not. Tomorrow's Thursday.
Tomorrow's
Today's
Friday.
Thursday.
Tomorrow's
no, you
Friday.
said by Monday. As long as you have it by Monday, which means I'm working over the weekend, which I'm doing that anyway. So, yeah, it was just putting everything together because we had all these moving pieces. And also, too, up to this point, we very much followed the principle of document, don't create. And this was very much a create all the way.
Mm-hmm.
So systems were different, processes were different. But thankfully, everyone that I asked for help was willing to help. And I think that made it possible. Because if
Great actors too.
great actors.
I didn't make it.
Okay.
I was in the video and got cut. It was that bad.
Legitimately, I'm so sorry. I feel bad for that because I...
Made me go into closed title and sit there as a buyer.
Oh wait, what?
Brett, yeah, dude.
yeah.
So
I was
Brett,
I'm on camera,
if you're one of our agents, you
But
know
not-
how busy Brett is.
but not on camera.
Yeah, it's okay.
So
the world now knows. We'll put you in credits.
Yeah, it's all right.
Thanks to Brett for showing up once.
And we finally...
I know when
finally got
Carlton
him.
shows up, I know I was there.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. You guys see me? Right there.
And then
the
the
reflection in
shot,
the
I didn't
window.
know he wasn't in the shot. Like I was like, I thought that when I moved, when I visualized in my head, I'm like, oh, we're definitely going to see into this
He's
room as I
pretty
rotate
short, though.
around.
I was sitting at a table.
Even
So even
shorter.
shorter.
Yeah, okay. My mic is working. Even shorter, yeah. This is my thing. He didn't realize I wasn't in the shot until he went to edit the video. That is my issue.
Can I?
How do you not look?
Can I
You have
can I-
a screen on your camera.
Can I confess
He
something?
had
My
a-
screen.
Hold on. My
Brett's screen.
My big 4K screen.
I thought he was about to say my big
1080.
forehead.
Oh yeah.
Either way.
So I have to
Can't
admit
miss this
something.
ad.
Can I confess something?
Yeah.
Yeah, spit it.
I'm very ashamed of this.
You should be.
So I knew when I shot it that you weren't in it,
You bitch.
but I couldn't
Don't
say
cut
it.
that out.
But I didn't have the heart to tell you in that moment. So I was like, I'm just gonna have to show him in the edit because
He was
so
like,
bad.
man, Carlton's not going to nail this twice. So
Yeah.
But I knew the moment. Well, the first time he did it, you could see him, but he didn't close the door, and the shot didn't make
Yeah.
sense. And then once he shut the door, I realized like he's shutting the door. I can't see through the door. So
oh well.
yeah,
all
but
right.
I didn't realize it
Brett
until
was
I
there in
shot it.
spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were willing to help, even though you were absolutely swamped for the day. So
I love
it
As
means
he
a
had,
lot.
as he had ladies putting on makeup and everything from Close Title ready
They didn't
to
tell
go.
me. They didn't tell me that.
No,
Are you
and I'll-
serious? They did
Yeah,
hair and
dude,
makeup?
I-
and you
no,
don't
no,
get
hold
it
on.
camera?
I went in there.
I'm dead.
One of them,
Oh,
hold
God.
on. One of them, she put on lipstick. This was the greatest part. I don't know if you heard this.
No.
Oh boy.
She's like, "Oh, I just put on."
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The lady at the front desk, I always forget her name. Cheryl. She's like, "Oh yeah, such just got ready to put some makeup on," and then she's like, "Oh, all I did was just fix up my lipstick." And Cheryl goes, "Yeah, that's makeup."
I love Cheryl. She's every time I come in there,
But like
she's
yelled it out loud. I was like, "Yeah, it is. It is makeup."
It's funny.
Oh yeah, yeah. I went in there first, and there was like, yeah, we're not going to be on camera.
So where are we
No
dropping this
chance.
video first?
Well,
I can
first
drop
is
it.
only it's very restricted,
Is it
limited
though?
viewers.
If it's the public version.
So the public version, I think we got to wait 90-ish days. I don't know, throwing out random numbers here.
We'll see.
Depends
Yeah.
how we file.
Yeah,
If I get
darn.
that C that I'm looking for,
Yeah.
then tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I guess the moment
Tuesday.
that happens.
Yeah, but say because you ain't getting it till Monday. Then you're gonna watch it and be like, "Can we change this?"
Yeah, we need some
Oh, no.
edits.
Yeah.
We need some edits here.
You already know.
But yeah, that's been
Right, Grant?
Grant's like, I hate you. Yeah. But he
Yeah,
knows.
because it's not gonna be me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for anybody that's listening to the podcast, anything that you see, any videos that we shoot, Grant,
Grant did it.
he's the one who did it.
That's why it's so good.
I've had a couple of people be like, "I love your editing," and I'm like, "It's not me.
Yeah.
It's not me." So I don't think I've ever told you that because I didn't want you to.
Get
You
a
don't want
big
his hair
head.
to
Get a big
too
head.
Yeah.
Hey, and in all fairness, he was afraid to hire somebody because like, oh, they can't do as good as work as me. I mean,
Grant.
he didn't really say those words,
I was
but
like, "That wait, you said that?"
no, you.
Oh, me. Oh, yeah. Well, no, I didn't say
He
that.
doesn't like hiring because you didn't like. Speak the truth. You didn't like hiring because you always felt that they couldn't do it as good as you.
No, because we had a conversation. So with the VR company, my
Ooh.
biggest weakness was that I couldn't
Who's
delegate.
right?
Yeah.
Right. With the VR company. But
All right,
after I
who's-
got here, it was easy for me to delegate.
Is it Johnny and Amber? Is that
Who's that?
Kind of looks.
Ooh.
I'm an Amber.
What?
I mean, I got a sister named Amber, so she kind of looks like me.
I don't know any
Blonde.
Johnnies.
Yeah.
Amber,
Johnny Depp.
you look like you're all Hollywood right now. You guys are fighting, bickering.
Did you have a Did you have a mega pint of wine?
Did you dump on my pillow?
And was he
Yikes.
peeing in the hallway? Was his penis
Was
out?
Can we say that on here?
I don't know.
I just-
We can bleep it out.
It's community led. Yeah. So they tell us if it's explicit. So
Yeah.
really asked his security guard, whoever it was.
yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, unfortunately, we don't have any
I love
cameras
the
in the
bloopers.
hallways.
I love the bloopers of it.
I haven't heard anything. I just thought you guys were bickering, so it made sense.
Oh yeah.
Any challenges
No
you
bickering.
face, Sean?
Any challenges? No.
Wh-
Every day
which-
is a challenge.
What's the biggest challenge you face right now?
Oh boy.
I mean, because right now, just to set it up, I mean, for anybody's
I'm-
listening, that may not already be a simpliHOM agent. simpliHOM, we're a real estate brokerage. We've had exponential growth from the foundation thanks to Sean's leadership and the decisions he's made. We are now at the point where we're 400 agents deep, and we're still expanding. With that growth comes challenges because you're going from a small business to something that is far greater and bigger than that. So you have challenges that go throughout the day They don't stop.
Well,
they just get bigger.
Google's trying to charge us triple for our email access. That's a challenge.
really good.
We've already realized that we
crazy.
can't get rid of that.
So again, people that are
That'd be
listening,
way
we
too
have
tough.
400 some people that are on that have Google
Suite.
G Suite. So we're going from.
So if you're a brokerage that's up and coming and you have sub 300 agents, I would look at an alternative now because as soon as you break 300, they start charging you $20 per user instead of $6.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's huge.
Yes.
a shiver
Yeah, it's
down my
for
spine.
the same thing, for the same
they're not giving
product.
us
There's
anything
no
more.
change. There's
No
nothing
change.
more.
Yeah, normally there's an economy of scale.
The only thing you do get is shared drives, which you guys will love. That's it. Because you don't have to use mine anymore.
The problem
Yeah.
is we're
Well,
so deeply integrated
Yeah.
with everything, and now we've got
Calendar,
SSO,
email.
Well,
we've got SSO.
we already struggled getting most of the agents to act like to use it, right? And so now going to tell them like, oh, now you got to go to this
Sorry.
other random platform that they've
Yeah.
never heard of.
Yeah,
You know,
nightmare. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have to just try to
At some
renegotiate
point, it
Google.
will. Once
So
the
I
text
had-
built out, it will be in-house email. But
you
right now
start
it doesn't
reaching
make
this
sense.
point of scale where you like kind of realize how much you've scaled, so you kind of flex it every now and then. And I tried flexing it on Google, and it turns out they're bigger. They don't care.
They
So
do not care. Your
the literal response
Your
was,
eight-
well, maybe it's not the best solution. I was like,
Yeah.
Oh,
your $1,000, couple $1,000 a month means nothing to them.
Yeah.
I think that's why they do it.
yeah, it's pretty.
Of course.
You and Grant.
Where
have
else-
matched.
I was about to say, why are they bothering?
I don't know. I feel like there's like a
My man.
trick up their sleeve, and I'm like bracing. I have no idea what's gonna happen.
It's too bright. He's behind the light too.
Future's too bright.
Yeah, so that's been a challenge. We had previously transitioned from workplace to Telegram for all internal communication, and then realized that maybe that wasn't the best move. But
Well,
so-
it was in that
but
moment.
It was in the
exactly.
moment.
Yes.
It wasn't
not
the
long
moment.
term, but we
Yeah,
knew it wasn't long term.
Yeah. So Brett is the constant learner and is always joining some paid learning platform for something. And this time he joined a TikTok class so he can learn how to be TikTok famous over
Yeah.
there.
For a small
yeah.
penny, he found this.
Brett Hurd
Yeah.
over here. And
Brett Hurd.
Yeah. Amanda Heard or Amber, Amanda, whatever.
Brett Hurd.
Hey, Hurd.
Yeah.
hey, you heard? So he joined this group and found this platform, and this platform is fantastic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's been working very, very, very hard to get that rolling. We're actually, the day that this video is going to be done is the day that we're taking all of our agents over to that platform, and I cannot freaking wait.
That is.
But then, again, you get a trickle effect, right? So it's like you make this one change, but now that we've made this one change, yesterday I was like, well, wait, the onboarding flow now doesn't make sense. So in the last 24 hours, Brett totally rebuilt the onboarding flow so that it flows and it's smooth and it's in one platform and so on. So those have been some challenges. What else? Not much.
Yeah.
Well, with the Google thing, a lot of the automations for the studio side of things, we send auto reminders and emails out to agents.
Yes, yeah,
And
so
we
we-
can't use the Gmail integration anymore.
Right. And we can because
can.
we're paying it. So
we decided yesterday we might have to hold off on
Gotta-
getting rid of Gmail.
we gotta fold on the negotiations.
Yeah,
little
we're
bit.
just going to not say anything for a while and see how long we can.
push
the change.
Meanwhile, our Google rep is listening to this podcast. Sends us an email shortly thereafter.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's been a little bit of that type of stuff. But yeah, like all of our back end automations in the entire company that we've spent countless hours building the automations and the processes and everything else, those are tied in with Google. I can't tank that. We've got SSO now. Can't tank that. People know how to use their email for once. Can't tank that.
Yeah.
So
and the vision of having that intranet where it's one place, one login, they get into everything. You ain't gonna do that with any other email platform, right? Like you're not. So
could do Microsoft, but if you like Outlook, raise your hand. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
My
I do like
dad uses
Microsoft Teams though, but
Oh God.
Mighty Networks is much better in that.
Big
aspect.
facts.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean the biggest challenges I see outside of like those things is conversation we had about culture and scale, and like you just said, and understand the dynamics from us as leadership to our agents will change, and just how do we navigate that so they don't feel left out or they feel part, especially agents that started with us at the beginning. How do we navigate that so that we can scale and we don't upset those agents that were here in the Nashville market day one, and they still feel, and we had this conversation, unfortunately, as you go, the further we get away from the day-to-day of the agent side of things, that's where we have to put plans in place of like, all right, who is going to be the extension of Sean and myself in every office or every location that's pitching the vision, what's going on, and repping the culture that, that Sean has built. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of committee formation, I think.
Yeah.
But it is difficult. And I've known for years that it was going to be a big challenge going from Sean and 4 to Sean and 75 that I directly had managed brokerage. I was their broker. And then, we quickly went from 75 to 160. And again, I was very integrated with those individuals. And then last year we went from 150 to 350. So naturally you get this injection of new energy. And the newer energy has, I don't want to even use the word respect, but somewhat more respect for the position that I'm in, as opposed to everyone previous who kind of more views me as a friend as opposed to any type of leader, I guess. Yeah. And it's not good or bad either way, right? Like it's just is what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm not able, with the way that my time is today, to be in everyone's circle or in their life every single moment
especially
of every day.
with the vision where we're at and where we're trying to get. But it's, you guys know I follow Andy Frisell and Ed Milet. I'm part of their RTA syndicate, and the other day they were, he was talking about like how Andy was talking about how do you go, and that's when I was talking to you about earlier, but how do you go, his analogy was like he had storefronts before he had First Form, and so he had a lot of people that would come to him. He was the go-to as the owner, founder, CEO of his supplement company. At a certain point he can't, so there's always, his thing was there's that transition period. No, it's not going to be the customer and Andy or the agent and Sean. It's going to be the agent and Sean and the team, and then agent and team. And that's it. But there's always that transition period, but you can't just go away for 2 months or stop working. People follow you. People want you to be in their life, or in, like, they're at the business. A lot of people are at the business because of you, especially the ones that started. Yeah. You can't just eliminate yourself completely right off the bat.
The transition's always painful though.
Correct.
Oh yeah. Like it was painful going from me leading the one office to me not really leading any of the offices, and them like learning to trust the new person who was far more qualified than I was for the role, David.
I imagine it's painful for you and for the agents. So I mean, it's kind of a You both are struggling with,
and it's a phase out. It's almost like a breakup and you stay friends kind of a thing, if that makes sense. It's like you were really, really well connected.
We were good together, weren't we?
We were good. We were good. And so like you're connected, and then you like kind of fall away a little bit, but you still see each other and care about each other, and like run into each other at events or whatever, and everything's good. But that like daily interaction falls away, right? And it's like there's a period there where that hurts, right? Like, and it's like hurts is a strong word probably, but you know what I'm saying? It's just different, and people react to different or change differently. And for some people, like their approach is very much like, oh yeah, no, like keep doing what you're doing. I know you're working every single day to make my life easier, to make real estate simple. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. And then for others, it's like, hey, can you come like pat me on the back and, give me a high five? And I'm like, can we do a Zoom call?
Yeah.
And I want to be there, but then also like we put on events on a regular basis. So if you want to be around me, come to the events. I'm there.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast called The Future Podcast. It's FUTR, I believe. It's for creative entrepreneurs. But he was interviewing, the host of that podcast was interviewing the CEO of Basecamp. Basecamp being the project management.
Great dudes.
Yeah. 37 Signals. 37 Signals? Yeah.
I think so.
They also have hey.com, which is an email service. But he's talking to them, and they happened to get on the conversation of internally, Basecamp, the founders, they thought about just doing Basecamp. Like, this is our flagship product, let's just do this. But then they found that creatively they were searching for things to do. Like they were always looking at ways to make things better or a solution to a problem that they had that could only be done by creating either a new business or a new product. But what they found, the complication with that, is that anytime you take attention away from your flagship product and you take a small select group of people that are capable of launching another product, the people at the flagship product can interpret that many different ways. It can be interpreted as like, I'm not as important. It can be that the project that I'm working on is not important. There could be FOMO. Even though you're not stepping away and saying that it's less important, you might be saying that this thing is more important in the now, because listen, this thing runs itself. Our flagship product, that's the thing that keeps this, that's the lifeblood of this company. But we have to explore this other thing. And the only way to do that is to separate yourself for a little bit to work on it. Mm-hmm. And that became the hardest problem as a CEO in that moment, was how do I manage the emotions of the people that I'm leaving behind in that moment? So I thought it's very similar to the move that you're having to do, is like, as you start to separate yourself from the day-to-day operations of certain offices, like there's going to be that natural, and it made me feel, because I think initially, because we've been friends for a while, there was like the knee-jerk reaction when you started to work on bigger things and you were out, you could tell that you were working on things that didn't necessarily involve the day-to-day operations, which I'm very much a part of. So initially it's like, man, is this less important? Is my job less important? Those are natural emotions. It made me feel good knowing like, okay, that's a natural thing that happens. People are going to feel that way. But it's not necessarily a valid feeling in the sense of like, it's not justified, because it's not that you don't care about the people that you're not spending the time with. The things that you're working on are far greater that will benefit more people than just one. It's a collective. And I think that boils down to, I think what he said, it's just like, it's all about communication at that point and letting people know like, hey, this is not a permanent thing, or even this, or if it is a permanent thing, it's the clear communication, which that's why we're very fortunate. We have the CEO updates. People know what we're working on. They know, and
it's expectations, right? Like you're setting the right expectation.
I don't think people truly know what you do, like the amount that you do every day.
Yeah, and in our industry, in the real estate brokerage world, it's difficult to say like somebody like a base camp, right? Because they have their W-2, their actual employees, and we do have employees, but not as many, right? We have 400 1099 contractors that, aka agents, that we work for.
Yeah.
Our customer, yes, at the end of the day, our customer are buyers and sellers in the market, because that's the only way any of us make money, is by having enough.
But that's not our customer.
But that is not our direct
client
customer.
We serve are the agents.
Correct. So it's hard for us to be like, for Sean to 100% like kick them out, like not kick them out, but quickly shut them out, because at the end of the day, they are what drives us. But there is a transition period that has to happen. But again, it does come to setting clear expectations of, listen, this is how it used to be, but moving forward, it's not going to be that. Yeah. We can do things, we can put things in place to make it easier or still make you feel as you're involved in the company and the culture and the vision and what you are doing as an agent is actually helping us grow, but also helping you grow. But the only thing we can control is giving you the tools and the platform to scale your business, to live the life that we always talk about, to buy back their time. And so those are the things that we can do, that we can control. We can't control how our agents feel on the day-to-day of like the culture is. We can help eliminate the feeling of the culture, but that we're not helping grow their business and stuff like that, right?
The good thing though is that the path has already been trailblazed by others before us, right? Like it's not a challenge that nobody else has faced. It's a challenge that many others have overcome.
Yep.
And so really it's just a matter of identifying which company's done it the best and putting in the pieces to do it, So that's what I'm actively working on. I'm looking at like, what do they have in place that's allowed them to scale to X, which is significantly higher than what we have? How does it work? What are the weaknesses and the strengths of that system at company A, then repeat that for company B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever, whoever I want to look at, and then say, all right, what are the pros and cons of each of those? And then let's create our own version of the same thing so that we can have an even better experience accomplishing the same thing. So,
because every one of those brokerages, Remax, KW, all of them, EX, they all started exactly where Sean started.
Yeah.
Every
Gary
single
Keller
one
started
of them.
with 0.
Yeah.
Dave Lineker started Remax with 0.
Yeah.
Robert Reffkin started Compass with 0. I mean, it's all the same. It's all the same thing.
They all start from the same
I can't
spot.
believe I put Robert in the top 3.
That
It came out of my mouth. I was like, why?
I didn't even
Robert,
say that
if you listen
company.
to this, good job.
Yeah.
I love the idea, the culture aspect of it as we grow, having, I think we mentioned in the podcast before, but kind of, I don't know if this is not necessarily an exclusively Southern thing, but especially in the South, in the Bible Belt, like small groups at churches are very common. I don't know. Is that a national thing? Is that like our
small groups are a national thing. Yeah, but it's the subculture idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that idea is pretty.
And like, okay, Keller as an example, they started out of Texas, right? I think he's based out of Texas, Austin, maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And so you have very similar personalities that he had to work through in order to scale to 150,000 agents across the country. And then they do family reunion once a year where they do this big, huge event, and whoever feels like attending can go, and they get who knows how many people. I mean,
Remax same way, R4.
Probably 20,000 R4 at Remax. And so like 20,000 people will fly into Vegas or wherever they go for their event. And like, that'll be us one day.
Yeah.
Like one day we'll
100%.
have 20,000 people fly in to go to
they
the Simply
love-
Home event.
Yeah, people
Swa's gonna
love
be
it.
Like super assertive in
Yeah.
that event. She's like, hey, little manager, I need you to do this.
Yep.
I will.
Have whole teams.
God, I can't wait. It'll
me
be so
neither.
much fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, we'll be closer next year.
Yeah, it's only going to be like 5 years from now.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
We'll have that.
It's on the horizon.
Yeah.
It's close. It's close.
Well, guys, and that is kind of what we've just been running into lately, I would say. I mean, there's
Brick
other
walls?
things.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Just a few. It's fine.
The other day we're flying and my kids go, Daddy, I wish you could walk on clouds. I was like, can you imagine if you had to fly through it if you were solid enough to walk on it?
Jeez.
Anyway, carry on.
But
sorry.
yeah, we just want you guys to know that we love to be here and we would love for you to listen. So make sure you share it with your friends, your family, anyone you think that would gain some value out of the podcast. You can listen, watch, subscribe, and do all of the things. You can follow us on our socials, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Later.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Swy. Thank you for joining us this week, and we really hope you got some useful information and we made your day a little bit better. If you're interested in joining the movement of realtors getting their time and life back, check us out at joinsimplihome.com on the browser, at simplyhome on socials, or in the description. See you next week.